only you can take me. Take my body, heart, mind, soul. Your loving got me wild. Yeah, got me feeling like a child. Wanna play with you for life. Yeah, it's your love I want tonight, baby. Close to mine, feeling your energy, press me right, taking me back to the first time when we first met. You didn't rush, something about your touch, don't get enough. I need that love, please don't rush. I need that love, please don't rush. I need that love, please don't rush. I need that You're from Mars, and I'm from Venus, baby. It's not that hard, I'll show you. Take it slow, love me slow, 'cause I need some love tonight. Baby, give me you, yeah. Can you make this work, baby? Can you make me feel like
Tonight. Don't I just love the way you sound? Welcome back to Talk Central. Habida with I Need That Love. I am feeling it. And guys, my name is Kaletamu and I'm like kind of blown away. We still have to discuss all that before we get to the TC gang. So just hang on 1 second. We will be back with the TC gang. So Miss Habida, Miss Superwoman, I Need That Love.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about that song.
So it was a series of you know, songs that I was writing, and
Yeah.
that's why I started searching. I Need That Love.
Yeah.
But it's mainly, a lot of my songs are spiritual,
Okay.
but I write love songs instead.
Right.
So I Need That Love is literally saying I realized the older you get, you need God's love.
Amen.
So that's what that song is about.
Excellent.
But I've turned it into like a love song so
Yeah.
that...
But you see, God is love. I mean,
Yeah,
at the end of the
exactly.
day, God is love. And let's talk about the love of your life. Because, man, I think Kenyans were so heartbroken. This girl, she goes, she gets married to a Nigerian man, and we're like, where did this Daniel guy come from? What is happening? And you've been married for how long now?
Our 8th anniversary
Wow.
passed in February.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, where did you guys first of all hook up? Where did you meet?
We met at the MTV Awards
Aha.
because of Sunshine.
Oh, because of Sunshine.
Ironic.
That is so cool. That is so cool. And you know, along the line, you get married, you're living in SA, you were working with Gallo Records. What made you decide to sign up with Gallo?
It's a record label.
Yeah, I mean,
And then, you know, all these things I'd walked away from.
Yeah.
I was like, let me try.
yeah.
Yeah.
And how did that work out?
There was a lot of internal politics.
Okay.
And I got caught up in it.
Okay.
Because the publishing side signed me and was spending money on me.
Okay.
Publishing is not supposed to spend money.
You're right.
But
right.
he believed in me so much that he really wanted it to work. So then the label side was like, why are you doing that? Why didn't you give
And
her
you're
to
like,
us?
I'm done. I'm done. And so, you know, in your relationship, at some point, we got word that things were not happening in the marriage, and that you could
Really?
possibly be breaking. Oh yeah, the word out there is that there was trouble in paradise, and that things were not, you know, working, and that you were now partying hard because things are not working. And I'm like, I gotta ask you to clear that air up for us on Talk Central.
Wow, I didn't know that one.
So, have you guys had any moments of issue,
Of
separation?
course, like, no, not separation.
Issues are issues, but separation, because the rumor was that things were not working and you were possibly headed for a divorce.
Wow, that's a new one.
You didn't know that
No.
one? Everything is good. So can you just tell Kenyans, yo, everything is good?
Even if we are fighting with knives in that house, we will never divorce.
Amen to that. Amen to that. That's how it's supposed to be.
But
girl.
no. Wow, that's what you are.
And you're a mom.
Yes,
Yeah. How old is your baby?
I have two. I have an 8-year-old and I have an almost 2-year-old.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. We also heard that is it your first pregnancy that you had a difficult time during that pregnancy, or the second one?
Yeah.
The first
Because, yes.
it was hard.
It was hard.
It was
Bed
hard.
rest.
Bed rest. But you pulled
For
through
9 months.
And what? I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for that. 9 months.
9 months bed rest.
But you're okay now.
Yes.
You're okay now.
Yes.
And so here you are. You're back with this whole I Am, Project I Am, and it's something that I know is very dear to you. What is the takeout and why Project I Am? What does it mean?
I Am started when I've never had issues with myself, luckily because of my father.
Okay.
But with my son and having a cesarean and having my whole body cut in half, it was the most traumatizing experience for me.
Okay.
And I was like, I can't believe women go through this. And these days it's because of money, because I had no complications. I just had a long labor. And when I came out of it, I had stretch marks. I was bigger than I've usually been. And I had now this big cut. And then, you have skin hanging over. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't like myself. And I was like, what? So I went through like a mini depression, and it was horrible, and I looked at my son and it was like, And actually, everything happens for a reason, but my husband had to do a lot more of like the getting up at night and because I was so mad with the whole situation. Oh, no. And then I was like, hold on a minute. This happens to women. I've heard about this.
It's not only you.
Yeah, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And my husband would say, you're beautiful, but I'd be like, you're lying. How dare you lie? It was
like
almost
it was
like
really affecting you.
Yes. So then I realized there's a lot of women out there who, they have different things happen to them, and then it becomes, I don't like myself.
Right.
And it's because of outside
Society's
I
pressures.
don't think if I was not a celebrity, I probably wouldn't have had those feelings, because it's like, oh my God, now I'm not the perfect 10.
That
what are they
everyone is
going to
used to.
say?
Yes, yes.
Because after my first daughter, they were like, oh my God, she's so fat. And then they made, milk, because I'm well endowed.
Yeah.
So, it was like, I have to do something. And I Am, God speaks to me a lot. So I Am came into me. And literally, I decided to do a shoot. And I felt the biggest way to get over my fear is to do it afraid. I always tell myself, do it afraid. So I did a shoot with Emmanuel, because that's the only man I trust to be
that
like.
you could be in your bra and panties
and but think about it, people are in bikinis all the time.
Yeah, I know, but because you were feeling that you're not
Exactly,
beautiful, that
it was
a
huge.
big thing for you.
It was huge.
And the impact, what would Kenyans say?
The biggest impact, I'll just give you one example. This lady sent me a message and said, I've been in a very abusive relationship. He's moved me to Nigeria, and I'm dying here. He cheats on me, he what. But because of this, what you're doing, I'm moving home, and I'm getting my life back together. And I just thought all of that exposure was worth it.
Amen.
Because I heard all these people going, oh, Habida's made naked pictures. Another thing that pisses me off about Kenya is that we don't know when to stop criticizing. It's like we're changing lives with some of the things that we do. And even as celebrities, if we use our voices to make lives better, then just be quiet for that moment.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then that not ask
come
the
after
question.
me later.
Ask me the question, I'll give you the answer. Don't assume that because you this is how you want to understand.
And I know they're doing their job, they're trying to sell stories,
Yes.
but, come on.
And so here we are. You've got your part 1, part 2, part 3 of I Am, which is doing great. And I mean, I just love I Need That Love. I can't tell you how much that's really an awesome song to me. And now you have this opportunity to get on stage for the Terminal Music Weekend. Yes, that's going on this first weekend of August. If you haven't made plans to be there, she's going to tell you why you need to be there. So Habida, what can we expect? First of all, when they called you and told you were going to be on stage with the likes of Kerry Hilson, what happened?
Well, actually, this is an event that my husband and I are doing.
Oh, great.
So the reason for this event is the audience are never celebrated by giving them value.
Yeah.
So there's going to be like pool tables. So even if you're in the general section, you know, people always forget about that section. The Kenyan audience, why don't they go for shows? Is because they're not, you know, they're not given value for their money. We've taken care of, if it rains, we've thought of everything that would irritate me.
If you went to a concert.
If I went to a concert.
Okay.
There's VVIP, there's VIP, and then there's economy, which is like terminal, right?
Yeah.
Like the terminal, the airport.
Right.
And then we're treating Kenyan artists like with the honor that they're supposed to have.
Okay.
So it's like, for example, on the night that I'm performing, it's Sage, Horace Brown, then June Gashuhi, then Bobby V, then me, then Kerry Hilson. So it's not we are opening for the Americans.
No, you're all on the same level here.
And then we're bringing them a week earlier so that they can do different things, interact with the actual, with the Kenyan artists. So that, for example, let's say me and Kerry are sitting and we have a lot in common.
And you
she
decide
says,
you're going to do something.
Exactly, but that gives an opening to our industry.
Okay. So
you know,
want to teach them what we have here and see what
and also they
like.
don't go back with no knowledge of Kenya.
Okay.
Just knowing Kenyans pay a lot of money
And
for
that's
international acts.
And that's it.
And even highlighting to promoters to treat our Kenyan acts better.
Awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
so what's the other thing? There's another thing. I've forgotten. What's the other thing? thing?
Okay. First of all, where we're getting our tickets and how much are they?
Oh, ticketsasa.com. And there's a tier. So there was a first wave of discount. It was 50% off. That's finished.
Okay.
But now we're at, I think, 70% off, which is like, I think, 3,000 shillings for economy. And then business class is, I think, about 7 to 10.
All I know is that we need to be there as TC Gang.
Yes.
Talk Central, we need to be there. And us, we do the Premier Plus. So I don't know what you're going to do, but us, we need to be there. But I can't wait to see you change the face of
But that's what I
concerts.
wanted to be. You see, I kept complaining. And now, like, now I'm in
You
trouble.
want to be the change.
Let me just be the change.
I like that. I like that idea.
Because I'm
Be the
tired of
change.
complaining.
concerts
Instagram,
like this and all
I
that.
don't know what.
Okay, excellent. So, as we count down to being on that show right now, there's some people who quickly want to get their tickets, but fast. They have to at least play a game of quickfire with you. So, Habida, allow me to officially introduce you to the TC Gang. We've got the funny, out-of-the-box thinking musician, man of God, Mojishot Baba. How are ya?
Yo.
Nice to see you. And then, of course, we've got our beautiful lady there. She is a blogger and an internet TV and radio host, Frida Sunday Girl. How are ya?
Hi, guys.
And then we've got the man himself who's an actor famously known for his work on Sue and Johnny and also writer and director. We say he's a handful, but we love him. Martin Gidin, JK, Daddy Matter. How you doing?
Aye.
So guys, you know you have to play a round of quickfire, make it quick, make it snappy, and Habida has to answer all your questions. So Habida, you pay attention to them, answer their questions. Please make it juicy for us. Let's go. Aya, keep your eyes over there.
All right. I remember I saw you perform in South Africa in 2013, I believe. What do you miss most about living there?
I think the value artists are given. Like, they didn't care where I was from, what language I was singing in. They were like, she can sing, the music is good, high five to you, and I was working all the time.
So you are married to a Nigerian, Silio?
Yes.
Are you dramatic yet? The dramatic part of the Nigerian, do you say Chineke when you drop something?
Let's just say I'm more dramatic than my husband is.
Whoa.
He's a coconut. You know, he grew up in London, so he's never lived in Nigeria, and so I don't really have the typical Nigerian guy.
Mzito sana. Kenya tulifanya nini jamaneni? Anyway, haya, swali. Ulikatiwa, of course, na Wakenya here and there while you were growing up. Which is the weirdest line you've ever had? Made you laugh, but still you did not say yes to the guy.
Oh. I don't...
This is a safe space. It's okay.
I heard something yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, because I had taken my rings off, because sometimes they not irritate, but my skin, you know, your skin gandas because of the whatever. Yeah. So I had taken it off and I was in the movie cinema. Yeah. And there were these guys behind me, and my husband had gone to get the pizza. Yeah. Because you can get a pizza. Yeah. So the guy was like, go and tell her, me and you can make our own movie.
Kenyan men.
That man better not speak.
Kenyan men,
Better
mnatuangusha,
not speak.
mnatuangusha.
That is where we lost the battle.
That was horrible.
Hapo ndio Nigeria ilikuja.
Wow, that is such a corny line.
Yeah, go tell her,
And then you heard everything. You're
I
like,
heard
oh,
everything. I was
Lord.
like, oh, Jesus.
Next question.
All right, rumor hath it you're a germaphobe. What is the worst experience you've ever had?
A place you were that made you want to leave because the germs were too much.
There's one place, and I have to keep going there because it's my mall, my Lavington Mall toilet. That, you know it.
I know.
It is our toilet. Oh my God. I'm like, guys, what do we do in here? So it's like, sometimes I've been in meetings at Art Cafe just like this, just shaking. I'm like,
Okay,
I'm
going
not
home.
going.
I'm
I'm
going.
not going. I'm not going. And I'm like, I really have to leave. Can we, and I'll go home. It's just, but either that or I have my spray and my wipes and then perfume for the, so that I can't imagine that I'm breathing in. Because I watched this one thing, there was this thing in college, and it shows that when you smell, you're actually breathing in particles.
Oh.
Yeah.
So whatever you're breathing, it's a kapoop particle going, I'm just like, oh!
Okay.
So yeah.
Moji, another question.
Yes. Talking of jams, na hizo vitu zote, and it's good kwanza you're doing an event, the terminal.
Yes.
As a Kenyan artist, ni kama inakuanga initiation, you must be ripped off and stranded at some point.
No, you have lip
Yeah, as
pads.
an artist, I agree.
Have you ever been ripped off and performed in a shady place in the promoter akatoweka?
You know it, I have, because I posted it. This Tikolo guy, and apparently he did it to Octopizzo last weekend or something like that.
No.
This guy, he brings you out. I went to Nyanyuki, everything I got in the car. I'm like, we drove all the way to Nyanyuki. I did meet and greet. So people were like, oh my gosh, Habida is here, because there's this thing where people just don't assume I exist. So they're like, we're coming. Place was packed with like 500 people. And then he dips.
You got nothing.
He dips. There was no license, whatever. The police came and shut it down.
You're kidding me. Okay, you know what? The good thing is, Terminal Weekend is not going to have such
The Terminal
problems.
Weekend, which is the Terminal Weekend, there's 2 nights, by the
Okay.
way. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
There's the second night, which is Big Shack.
Okay.
My boy Big Shack and Calligraph Jones.
Woo! So
and
that's
Steph
on
Capella.
the on the Friday night, and then
That's on the Saturday.
on the Saturday. And then yours is on the Sunday.
Is on the Friday.
I'm so confused. So we
So
start with-
Friday is the grown and sexy night.
Okay.
And then the
Saturday is the hip-hop
is
kinda-
for Akina guys who haven't, who
Don't
want
say
to
anything
makelele. Yeah, I know.
Don't say
I'm trying
anything
to
bad.
say-
Don't say
No,
anything
but
bad.
it's all good. Me, I'm still 16 in my head.
Okay, it's okay. Whichever night you pick, we hope to see you at the Terminal Weekend. And thank you, Habida, for sharing your story and for being here and for trying to change the world of concerts.
I'm
Maybe I can
trying.
come back because, if it changes, then I'm going to be
You
there.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm
gonna
also,
be there.
what we've done is hired artists that don't get hired.
I like that too.
You see, June Gashuhi has to do her own events. Sage gets booked when
When-
there's like,
when-
oh, okay, let's see, maybe.
Yes.
And then Habida, it's like, Kwani, is she even Kenyan? So, Steph Capella is an amazing artist. Why doesn't he work all the time?
So this time we're coming to see these artists and hopefully get the world and Kenya to know that these are people worth hiring. And going to see at concerts.
Yes.
All the best with Terminal Weekend.
Thank
we are
you.
waiting for our tickets. We will be there. Thank you for being such a great superwoman, and we wish you the best with the I Am campaign. Now, when we come back, the man has such a big orange head that he thinks he can keep royalty waiting. Find out which person rubbed the queen the wrong way next on What's Hot coming up with the TC gang. This is Talk Central. My name is Kale Chamumo. We'll be right back.